Hey, watch lovers! Welcome back to Base Watches, your go-to channel for everything men's watches. Today, we will disclose the top 5 best watches for men to purchase in 2024. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started with horology, this list has something for everyone. We provide timepieces that mix style, creativity, and craftsmanship, making them the perfect complement to any collection. So sit back, relax, and take a look at this year's top timepieces. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on all of our latest content. Let us take the plunge. Any enthusiasts who have handled the three-hand Seiko 5 Sports line, or the SKX watch series that preceded it, should find the 5 Sports GMT K1's case familiar. For this new series, however, Seiko brings a raft of more premium-style touches to the familiar form. Like so many Seiko designs, the 42.5mm wide stainless steel case wears far smaller than the numbers would have you believe, with a wearing experience that feels far closer to 40mm than over 42mm. As with the three-hand 5 Sports line, this largely comes down to the rounded, dramatic undercut case sides, which minimize the watch's actual contact patch on the wrist, while the polished finishing of the case sides helps to visually mask the effect. Beyond these case sides, the rest of the case is almost archetypical for Seiko sports watches, with a tall, heavily knurled rotating bezel, short rounded brushed lugs, and a sizable 4 o'clock crown with flowing asymmetrical guards. The in-house 4R34 automatic GMT movement inside the Seiko 5 Sports GMT SSK005K1 is the newest variant in the 4R family but maintains essentially the same architecture as the familiar three-hand 4R36. By bringing a robust and capable mechanical GMT design to a democratic price point, the new Seiko 5 Sports GMT K1 has already earned well-deserved respect in the enthusiast community, but its more premium touches also help it to stand as one of the most impressive. Formex is one of today's most interesting independent microbrands, and the Formex Fetal Automatic 41mm is an excellent addition to the Formex portfolio. It distinguishes out in an increasingly crowded market thanks to its distinctive designs and willingness to experiment. The advertised height for a 41mm Grade 2 titanium watch is 10.6mm, although the watch wears slimmer due to the downward bent lugs and nearly smooth screw-down case back. The Formex website describes it at 8.8mm perceived thickness, and I don't disagree. It is quite lightweight. One of the watch's most distinguishing features is the innovative on-the-fly micro-adjust system on the lightweight carbon composite deployant, which comes with the leather band. But lightweight and comfortable doesn't mean it isn't ready to stand up to the rigors of day-to-day wear. The special hardening process applied to the titanium resists scratches, and the water resistance is 150 meters. The watch feels extremely well put together, despite the lightness. You would think such a slim watch would lack dial depth, but two small visual tricks erase that notion. The first is a slight upward curve at the edge of the dial, although subtle provides a hint of added depth. The second and more obvious is the recessed numbers filled with superluminova. These two elements, along with the custom font, create the feel of something different than a typical field watch. The Formex Fetal Automatic 41mm is a well-engineered, well-designed, lightweight, comfortable, and unique take on the everyday field watch. Grand Seiko introduced its first chronograph to the collection in 2007, but it took another 16 years for the brand to unveil its inaugural mechanical chronograph, a wait that proved to be justified. The SSK001 Tentagraph derives its name from the attributes of its 9SC5 movement, 10 beats per second, a 3-day power reserve, and its automatic chronograph designation. The Grand Seiko Tentagraph is a substantial timepiece, measuring 43.2mm in diameter and 15.3mm in thickness. While most mechanical watches of this size tend to feel top-heavy on the wrist, the Tentagraph stands apart. Crafted from lightweight titanium, which boasts 30% more scratch resistance and reduced weight compared to stainless steel, the watch head feels notably lighter. The gently curved lugs enhance comfort by conforming to the wrist's contours. Additionally, the case features a scratch-resistant black ceramic bezel adorned with a tachometer scale, a favored design element for contemporary sports chronographs. Completing the ensemble is a titanium bracelet with a 3-fold clasp for added security. Powering the Grand Seiko Tentagraph is the new 60 jewel caliber 9SC5. Based on the 2020 caliber 9SA5, this movement introduced the dual impulse escapement, an in-house developed escapement boasting greater efficiency than the traditional lever escapement. As the saying goes, better late than never. Grand Seiko's long-awaited foray into the realm of mechanical chronograph watches has proven to be worth the wait. The Longines Silver Arrow is a simple three-hand watch based on the original timepiece that debuted in 1956. Named after the renowned German sports cars that were a fixture on racetracks back in yesteryear, the watch endeavored to pursue the kind of success enjoyed by those cars that bore the same namesake. The Silver Arrow is a masterpiece of subtlety and elegance, a testament to Longines' commitment to these qualities. Its case, measuring 38.5 mm, is a deliberate choice that sets it apart from the more significant cases of most modern watches. This decision by Longines has resulted in a watch that is not only immaculate and prim but also unique in size. At the heart of the Silver Arrow is the caliber L88, a movement that will likely be familiar to many Longines watch collectors. This self-winding movement operates at a frequency of 25,200 vibrations per hour, ensuring precise timekeeping. It also boasts an impressive power reserve of approximately 72 hours, a testament to its reliability and longevity. In conclusion, the Longines Silver Arrow is a refined and elegant timepiece that pays homage to the brand's classic design heritage. The Baltic Aquascaphe GMT is, like its older sibling, a 200-meter, automatic, vintage-style diver's watch with a domed sapphire crystal and a familiar skin diver meets 50 fathoms case shape. However, where previous updates consisted of different dial colors, bezel inserts, or case materials, the Aquascaphe GMT is, and you might see this coming, equipped with a second time zone function enabled by the Swiss Saprad C125, as well as a bidirectional sapphire loomed bezel. Part of what endeared the original Aquascaphe to the masses was its case shape and size. At a very reasonable 39 mm in width and only 47 mm lug to lug, the Aquascaphe GMT is virtually the same as the original and wears well on all, but perhaps the very largest wrists, presenting a vintage profile also aided by an excellent vintage-style, domed sapphire crystal, which still only brings the piece to a modest 12 mm thickness. And indeed, the primary reason for the substantial upcharge is the inclusion of a Swiss-made GMT caliber in the form of the Saprad C125 powering the Aquascaphe GMT. For those who aren't familiar, Saprad is part of the Festina Group and one of a few movement manufacturers that is providing brands an alternative to the previously near-ubiquitous ETA, a subsidiary of the world-dominating Swatch Group. For the ocean-going traveler, the Aquascaphe GMT is one of the most attractive options out there for a GMT diver, and it feels worth the somewhat higher price compared to the standard model. For a microbrand that keeps creating desirable watches for an ever-growing fanbase, this piece is yet another step in the right direction.